But when I got the chance to sit down with them and really hear their story, it was really a wonderful story. And so, first of all, I think it's two things. One, they're not only individually extraordinarily talented leaders, but as a team, as a couple, they're a powerhouse. But it's kind of interesting how they kind of came into the profession. They both have extremely strong corporate professional career backgrounds. He was a corporate manager with AT&T. She was a brand manager for Victoria's Secret, managed a $1.4 billion brand. She said, I got to fly around in private jets. It was cool. Until I realized what being a part of the corporate rat race is. Even if you win the race, you're still a rat. And the reason is because after running a $1.4 billion brand and flying in private jets, she said, I think there's a disconnect here because they're paying me $36,000 a year. And so as talented as they were individually, they both became a part of network marketing. He in 2004, she in 2005, and it was interesting because they were a part of the same company and didn't know it. They actually didn't meet in person until 2008. And they had moved from a company where they were just trying to get their feet or learn some basics. But then they met and became a part of an organization that then took off. And they had gotten their feet underneath them. And by 2010, they were really beginning to experience some tremendous success, or that growth of success, that realization that you've gotten over the hump and you're moving forward. They're beginning to understand the principles of coaching and mentoring, and it's more than you. It's about what you can do and develop in others. And all of a sudden, the income starts to accelerate. They get engaged in 2013, married in 2014, and in 2015, it all collapsed. Because, you know, the reality is it's not always the glory. It's always sometimes about the story. And what is it? It's sometimes you've got to bootstrap yourself and pick yourself up. You know, we started off with Calvin today. He said he had to rebuild his organization 4 times. And so, in fact, they talked about it. They were very candid. He said, you know, our check was down at a level that was almost so laughable but they realized they had no other choice. And he said, I almost entered a state of depression where I found it difficult to, just be able to get back at it and go at it. But they finally struggled through that and realized, found the right situation. But the one thing they had was the knowledge that couldn't be taken, and the belief, once rekindled, that they could make a difference. And they said, they're on a run right now that they enjoy because of all the people that they're bringing with them. They now are in multiple 5 figures per week. And they're on the way to making a difference as their organization has grown to 12 or 13 countries around the world, and they are rock and roll stars. You're going to have so much fun with them because as a couple, they're extraordinary. Ladies and gentlemen, please bring to the AMP stage, Porshea and Jarrod Wilkins!
For those of you who don't know, my name is Porshea Wilkins from Houston, Texas. Anybody from Texas in the house? Woo! All right. We might be cousins. How you doing? Today is so exciting. When they asked us, last year we were here, we were sitting in the audience, just like you guys, enjoying the stories and connecting with everyone as well. And then, this year when Lisa Grossman, shout out to Lisa, and our prayers are with her and her husband as he gets better. But she asked us to come and speak this time. And so, of course, we were excited that we made it here today. Our flight landed here today. If you take your notes, write down the word flight, please. When my husband speaks, he'll share with you what that means. And so, our flight landed here today, and we're just excited to be here to see familiar faces. Some of y'all can see this light is really bright, but I believe that there's no distance in the heart, and we'll be able to connect here today. When they asked us what we wanted to talk about and if we had a PowerPoint or anything, man, my husband and I, when we get together, we just do our thing. We just flow. Because I want to be able to just connect with you. And can we just have a conversation today? Is it all right if I share with you my story?
Yeah.
My story? How about that? So, as he mentioned in the introduction, my background is in corporate America. And so when I got started in network marketing, I realized that there was really nothing wrong with me like my boss told me it was. And she was like, something's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? And then I got involved in network marketing. I'm like, I'm not the problem. You are. me, who suffer from this condition. I don't know if some of you guys have it. It's called boss-itis. Like, I'm just allergic to them. They just do something to me. And so getting involved in network marketing completely changed my life. Quick backdrop of how my husband and I met. He inboxed me on Facebook. Hey, you there? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I'm getting ready to launch a big project. Would love for you to come out and check it out. And I said, okay, sure, no problem. And how do you guys know that whatever it is you're going through something, in this industry you are taught, you are conditioned, you are drilled and trained to never show what you're going through.
Yeah.
You always have to have your best foot out at all times. You could be living in your car, but you walk into that briefing or that presentation in someone's home, or you get on that conference call and it's showtime, baby. You just automatically click on. But the problem with that, folks, is that, and I was talking to my sister Pasha Carter earlier today, and so, well, not today, but earlier in the week, and the problem with that, whenever you are in that position where you are always on, when life happens to you, you don't know what to do. You are so conditioned to be on that when it's time to turn off, you're like, you lose it completely. And what you do in that moment, you suppress. You suppress the thoughts, you suppress the feelings, you suppress the emotions, and as a result, when life happens to you again, you don't know what to do again. It gets worse. Because one thing about history is that it always repeats itself. The difference when it comes back around is you. If the same thing keeps happening to you, it's because you're the same person. You didn't grow. You didn't learn from the experience the first time. And so as my husband and I continue to grow and develop in this industry, we've had the transition in our career. How many of you guys have had the transition before? Raise your hands so I know I'm in here with family. Okay. And during that season of transition, we call it that place where it's, you don't know where you're going, but you know for a fact where you're no longer staying. And when you're in that place, if you don't have the right people around you and you don't have the right mindset and the proper foundation, for me spiritually, it will mess you up. And during that season of transition, I saw my husband slip into a depression. For those of you who know my husband, you know there isn't a shy bone in his body. This man, when he was born, he didn't cry. He had a mic, and he was telling the doctor to believe in himself. He left the doctor slapped him on the butt, and he was like, you are good enough. That's what he told him. So to see him go through that season where he was literally, guys, on the couch in our living room, scrolling through his phone with the blanket up to his neck, just doing this with his thumb, not wanting to talk to anybody, not wanting to go anywhere. Motivate who? For what? I don't care. I'm done with this industry. It's a wrap. The reason being is because when you go through that season of transition, you realize who your friends are and who your friends are not.
Yeah, right.
You realize who really has your back and who's trying to stab you in it.
Yeah, big.
I just got to tell the truth here today, folks.
All right.
And you realize also who you really are. I had to remind my husband daily, dude, you got this. I gave him about a week or two to slumber, because we were getting called all kind of names, said all kind of negative things about us, privately, publicly, and all of that, and it hurt. It hurt. And what we chose to do, instead of suppressing the feeling, we chose to face it, because we didn't want to carry that hurt with us into the next season. Because what happens is, if you don't deal with the drama right then, when it happens, guess what? You carry it and you dump it on your next organization. And you wonder why they quit. You wonder why they leave and go join somebody else. Because of how you talk to them and how you treat them. Let me tell you one thing that this journey has taught me. Title and income do not qualify you for leadership, for respect for leadership.
Yeah.
Your title and your income do not automatically qualify you for leadership and respect. It's your character. Your character is more important than your coins. Understand that. It's not what you do in this journey, in this process, it's who you become. How do you treat people when they can't produce? How do you treat people when they choose to transition? How do you treat people when you're having a bad day? It's not my fault you and your spouse are arguing. Handle that and then come to the meeting and come right. truth, ladies and gentlemen, because one of the problems or opportunities for growth in this industry is that it's so warm and fuzzy all the time. For many people, they build this business part-time. And as a result, when they come to their network marketing meeting, it's just fun, it's a way, it's a break from the reality. But for those of us who are out there building brick by brick every single day, for those of us where this is our livelihood, this is what we do to feed and provide for our family, it's a whole other ball game for us. Yeah. This is not a game, this is serious business. And you have to treat it as serious as it is. The second thing that this process has taught me is that an attack is proof that the adversary is confident in your ability to succeed. My grandmother told me a long time ago, dogs don't bark at parked cars. They only bark at the ones that are moving. So if the dogs are barking, honey, keep moving forward. That means you're doing something. That means you're progressing. And if your adversary, the opposition, is confident in your ability to succeed, what you questioning you for? Why are you looking at you in the mirror asking you if you can do it or not? You wouldn't have gotten this far if you didn't already have it in you. If you didn't have the power, the confidence, the tenacity, and the strength to make it happen and to get it done. This industry changes lives every single second of every single day in every single language possible. This is not something to play with, ladies and gentlemen. Either you're going to do what you need to do or get off the pot. Go ahead, girl. That's it. One or the other. You got to make that decision today. When my husband finally came out of his depression, and here it is, for those of you who are married and building a business with your spouse, understand something. When they are going through that season, it is not, that you are not helping them if you're fussing at them. That's right. The way that you help them is you pick up the slack that they can't carry anymore. You do the calls. You do the meeting. If you are in a relationship or building in a partnership and you are put in a position where they can't do it anymore and you don't know what to say on the call or what to do in the meeting, step your game up. You should know. I don't care if this is just their thing. If y'all are one, there's no such thing as his and her thing. It's our thing. That's right. Get in the trenches with them. Strap up your boots with them. Get out there and do the work with them. And I spoke life into my husband every single day. I reminded him who he was. You're a leader. You're a champion. You're a boss. You don't need anybody to give you permission to do and be who you've already been called to be. When God puts you on, man can't take you off. You know who you are. So you get up off this couch, bruh, and go do this work like you're supposed to, or you ain't getting no cookies and ice cream. Ready to go do a call. No, I'm serious. But but you know, like you said, you know, we got married and life has just been it's been a great ride. Okay, it's been a great ride, and so I'm honored to be able to share with you all a little bit, get to know you guys. Allow you guys to get to know me a bit as well. But I'm more excited about who you're going to get ready to hear from right now. This gentleman is absolutely phenomenal. In my opinion, he's the best of the best. The most inspiring, the most motivating, the most intellectual man that I know. That's why I said I do. And he is all mine. I love him from the top of his head to the tip of his toes and every ounce of his soul. He is my chocolate man candy. And the leader of our home and the gentleman who stepped up and made a decision to be the man that you were created to be, despite the opposition, despite the pushback. You still stepped up, you made it happen, and you made me proud to build it for my last name, Wilkins. So ladies and gentlemen, my husband, Mr. Jarrod Wilkins.
Wonderful important that we do this. I need everybody to stand up real quickly. Y'all are very pretty. It's very cute in here. It's very nice. But I need you to stand up quickly. And DJ, I need you to cue some music in a moment here. I need you to go hug 3 people. I need you to tell them, I'm excited about your future. Do it now. Let's go.
I'm excited about your I'm excited.
All right, how do you feel? Keep standing. You can't give a presentation, sit down. Keep standing. How do you feel? Repeat after me, say I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. Again, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. One more time, I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I am fired up. And I want you to stay standing. Like, why? It's called following instruction, right? But I'm fired up for several reasons. Obviously, we were here, and I'm very honored to be asked to just share a couple of words with you. But we were here last year, and she said flight for a reason, because I had an ingenious idea as we were coming out of this transition that we were going to save money coming in from Houston to Dallas. Let me talk to this side. That's the bougie section. So we decided to save money. Everybody say save money. Save money. So we drove from Houston in our car. Yeah, we drove. And the window broke. That should have been the first clue. But we experienced the event. It was phenomenal. Had a good time connecting with people. We decided to leave. We get in the car, fill up the gas, we get down the road, and the air shocks on the CLS 550 Mercedes go completely out. Now I'm in my low rider. We pull over to NTB. NTB says, yeah, we'll be able to fix it, but we got to order the parts for Mercedes. Here's the note for you. Stop going to unauthorized dealers attempting to fix your network marketing vehicle. We take it into NTB. NTB is quote unquote fixing it, so we get another hotel stay for 3 days. We stuck in Dallas. They finally fix it. We get in the car, we start driving back down to Houston, we get 30 minutes out the road, and it breaks down again. Here we are on the side of the road, all types of trailers are coming by, trucks are going by, and I'm still trying to explain to my wife, this is a good idea to save some money. Everybody sit down. Everybody stand up. I'm teaching you network marketing. See, you see how many of you didn't even want to stand back up? That's what happens with your distributors. They hear no. They can't stand back up. Everybody stand up. Everybody. Ma'am, don't make me come down there. This is network marketing here. So now, they have to call a tow truck. Now, you know, I have some choice words. I'm not all the way fully developed. I'm personally developing. So I had some choice words because you've had my car for 3 days, paid almost $3,000, and it's still broken on the side of the road. Now I got to figure out what's going on. They said, well, you call the tow truck and have a tow truck tow it back. I said, no, I'm not calling anybody. You call the tow truck. Well, the tow truck guy comes in, he pulls up, and they told the car to Waxahachie. Is that right? Everybody say Waxahachie. Say it again, Waxahachie. Put that in your notes, say it in the presentation, everybody's going to join. Now, we're in Waxahachie, and they looked at the car, and I could tell by how he looked at the car, they didn't know what they were going to do. So now we said, can we get a hotel in Waxahachie? They said, no, there's a church revival. Everybody sit down. There's a church revival in Waxahachie. All of the hotels are sold out. I said, okay. Well, we got to get back to Dallas. He said, well, we got a buddy of mine who I used to serve in the military with. He'll take you. He drives Uber part-time now. He's going to take you back. Now, this guy pulls up, and he's not a guy you would, yeah. But we got in the car. Everybody stand up. Some of you still sit down. Maybe that's why your volume. Yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm not scared of nothing. So now we come on back to Dallas, and now I have to hear my beautiful wife who believes in me, said all that beautiful stuff, say, I'm booking a flight back out. You can stay here with your little Mercedes. Now here's what happens with Network Marketing. Telling you the story for a reason. Everybody say, the breakthrough, comes after the breakdown. Are you with me? So here's what happens. I want you to do what I do. This is network marketing, right? Right? This is, how many of y'all not in network marketing? Everybody's in network marketing. So people have to do what you do, right? Right? So here you go. I want you to do what I do. I don't want you to sit all the way down. I want you to sit a little down. Stay right there. Oh, yeah. Let it burn. Now, this is you and your team. Opposed to booking a flight, you're trying to save money. Doesn't it burn? Go down just a little bit. Sit down a little bit more. Hey, step right there. Oh, it gets a little bit tighter when you won't show the plan. You're on everybody's conference call. You're on everybody's Facebook Live. You're sharing and commenting, and you still hadn't talked to anybody about the business. Sit a little bit more down. Oh, stay right there. Oh, yeah. Now you're debating, should I run auto ship this month? Huh? But you still have cable. I'm trying to figure out how your cable bill is more than your auto ship is. Sit down just a little bit more. Oh, there it is. Now people quit. Ooh, it's hurting. They quit the business. They joined another company. Now you cussing everybody out. Now you quit. Now sit down. Woo. Doesn't that feel better? Everybody stand up. Now if you just would have paid attention to what your plugged-in upline said in the very beginning. You heard what Margie said, massive action. You heard what Calvin said, the pressure produces the diamonds. Everybody sit down. That's network marketing. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless you.